Well, we're not going to be doing anything outside today. I guess I'll go in and start working on this layout. Speaking of which, I've been doing a lot of thinking about this layout. Hey, the typical stuff you think of, available space versus what will fit in that space. That's what I've been thinking about. It doesn't matter what model scale you're in. When you have limited space, you have to make some sacrifices. For this project, I'm working in O scale. So the good thing is I get to create a lot of detailed scenes. The bad thing is I don't have room for a lot of track. As you can see here, I'm doing some virtual planning with a program called SCARM, S-C-A-R-M, SCARM. So before you purveyors of prototypical purity have a hot flash, keep in mind that this is the available space I have to work with, and I have to work within those confines. With all that, let's review. It's going to be a freestanding layout comprised of 2 sections with provisions for a continuous run and a small passing siding. I guess that's not all bad when you consider that I'm hereby calling this an O-scale mini layout. Let's take a look at the measurements and how we're going to construct this thing. Each module is going to be 9 feet long, or 108 inches by 31 inches wide. Inside, we're going to have these stringers here that I've outlined in red. We'll get back to those stringers in a minute, but when the 2 modules are put together, it's going to give us a footprint that is 108 by 62. Obviously, these stringers, or if you want to call them cross members, are there to give support to the overall structure of the frame, but they're also there to hold the scenery on top, and for that we're going to drop it down 10 millimeters below the top of the rail. Let's get started building this thing. I worked pretty quickly once I put my mind to it. I wanted to keep the outside rails as one piece because I wasn't sure if I was going to put a fascia on it. So out of all the lumber I had left over from the other layout, I didn't have anything that was long enough to create these 9 feet pieces, so we just bought 2 new pieces and cut them down. And these are the only pieces we bought. My brother and I have a lot of the same type of tools, so I have to put my name on it so he doesn't take them home by accident. And if you're wondering what the heck I'm doing, those are Kreg screws, and this is the Kreg screw method, K-R-E-G. I've outlined that in a few previous videos, so if you need to look back to those or even Google it online, it's a great method to put things together. And just so you know, this isn't a how-to video, it's just showing you what we're doing. Alright, so let's go take a look and see how much trouble we're going to be in. Now, of course, it's not going to sit right here, but that's big. It's big, and it's a small mini layout. That's a mini layout. But those are the 2 pieces put together. That's my Vanna White imitation. Do you know who that is, Vanna White? Now we're getting somewhere. Let's take a look at this completed frame and how the stringers are recessed. This is what the sub-road bed and sub-terrain is going to sit on. If you're familiar with some of my previous layouts, you know I don't usually do a flat tabletop style layout. So with that, there are going to be some areas of this layout that are a lot taller than that frame rail, and we'll get to it. And we're reusable. Some of them are, some of them aren't. But that's one of the frames right there. I know I'm going to show my age here, but do you remember that guy on Gulliver's Travels or whatever that show was called, where he'd always say, "It'll never work! It'll never work! We're doomed!" Well, let me tell you, it will work, and it does work. You build your layout, and I'll build my layout. And this is not part of the layout. It's just a small test piece I put together for sake of video. It's Sunday. You know what that means? Well, this time of year it means I'm working, as usual. It's a busy time of year for us at Trackside Scenery. I am working on some track plans, working on customer orders. There's one there, started. I'll show you where we are now. Well, the shop's a lot cleaner than it was. That's right, after we were done, we made time to go through and clean the entire back shop, move everything around to give us some more working space. Hey, talk about reusing and recycling. That is the same hardware that I used on the old spruce Cullen timber layout. I'm going to tell my brother that we're calling him one of the Mario brothers, and those are the carts that he made. And they're 48 inches in length by 28 inches wide and 40 inches tall with the wheels on them. So that puts the upper part of the layout, or the top of the rail, at about 46 inches. I know. A lot of guys plan their whole layouts before they start building it, but I kind of do it backwards. Oh, for sure. I have a rough idea what I want the track plan to look like, but now's the time that I make adjustments and come up with different ideas.
Be sure to subscribe, stay tuned, and share the hobby. Doreen Ricard with TracksideScenery.com. Thanks for watching. See you next time.